Personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando. The coach, he'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Okay, ready? Let's go.
Here's Wilson. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Cooper Kupp in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. Going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't towards the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So no problems, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got room. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Ready.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They go up the middle with Chubb. 134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jones will try and run with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half.
Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Eagles. Jeremy Ruckert, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. But he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Commanders 26, Eagles 14.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Washington. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. A give running right is Chubb. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for the Commanders' touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Now the point after try for Santos. Now these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And now here's another interception. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And the all-pro safety boot of Baker in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Sanders. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy,
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got room at the 30. Still on his feet. And did he get in? No! The 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
No surprise he was targeted on that play, because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Daniel Jones scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Jones throwing for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff, not, sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Jones. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. Now Jones. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Washington, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.